Good morning, everyone. Yes, Shay's Creations here. It is 7:32. I feel like like I'm on some type of drug. I'm so freaking happy. So don't mind the weirdo vibe that you may get from me. But I'm looking for my chat floss, or whatever you call this stuff you put on your lips when your lips feel a little dry. I need to treat myself with some kind of love. I'm in here acting like I have nothing to drink. I need to act like I love myself and take a sip every now and then. Damn. Mm, 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 mm. Oh my goodness. Boys and girls, I need to say good morning first of all. And I'm not sure if this video is gonna go on air because I've been recording, and guess what I've been doing? Deleting my videos after I record. So maybe that process I need to deal with just to have me expend some of how I feel. But I literally have been recording, and then when I finish, I delete. But this video here, I really and truly want to put live. The reason why is because I have I have realized something, and I have unplugged my phones. I have been watching basically Hallmark movies, and whatever I'm dealing with right now is the only thing I want to deal with. And I realize I have choices and options like everyone else. But I'm recording this video because there are people who watch my videos, and for kindness. I'm not talking about the weirdo in the room. We all have that weirdo, and you're invited too, and you're welcome, and I love you. But I am emotionally detaching myself from being available. And when I say that in kindness because I have overextended myself to the capacity to where I almost hurt myself. Everyone is given free will. I believe in God, so that's my thing right there. My free will right now is detaching myself from everything, people, places, and things. That's it. I am in this mode right now, not angry about a living thing. There is nothing bothering me. I have no stress at this point in my life. Nothing is bothering me. If I have an issue, with this it is still not bothering me. So when I say my mind is at peace, my mind is at peace. And that is the only thing I want right now. And I'm hoping that right now moves on to long term because I am having issues with people, places, and things. And it is life. So last night I was in here, and I want you to know the person that was in my home last night is watching this video. And I want to always make it point blank, period, clear. I will always love you. There's no way in the world I could not. You are my oldest person in this planet. I am 56 years old, and I believe my eye hit you for the first time when I was 11. So if that doesn't tell you something, nothing else will. But I need to make it pleasantly clear. I don't deal with drug addicts and alcoholics. Bottom line, there's no excuse for it. You may say I'm a savage. Call me what the hell you want to. I don't care. I don't eat at your breakfast table. And I'm damn sure not kicking my feet under your table for dinner. I suffered with alcoholism. Yeah, because I was violently assaulted, and I went to the bottle to solve my problems. But I woke up one day when God woke me up and told me that that bottle is not helping me. So I put it down. And guess what? When I put it down, everything I had to deal with, I dealt with it. I did. You know why? Because I kept saying to myself, God would never give you more than you can't handle. Well, in that moment, I had to answer the call to myself. I had to hold myself accountable. And my choices and my options included my consequences. So now I'm going to make it point blank, period, clear. I have said it time and time again that when you come to my home, you stink. You stink of that alcoholic, nasty, disgusting smell. And the reason why I don't say anything is because I love you and I care about your feelings. But if you don't care about mine, how am I supposed to care about yours? You left here last night and left a scent in the air. I don't entertain my own self with bottles of substances. Don't come here like that if you want me to be your friend. I cannot have triggers around me. I can't for my safety. These walls are not protecting anyone but me. And I understand, trust me, I understand the pain. But your choices, your options, your consequences. I absolutely have said it point after time after time. I love karma, even when it shows up at my door, because it reminds me of what I have faith in, and that is life, the process of life. But at this moment, I am living my best life. I don't know how many greeting cards was in my hand yesterday, but boy, when I'm in paper, I'm in love, honey. I don't I don't want anything right now outside of that. Now I have made it very clear. Oh, okay. Oh no. So we don't live like this, honey. I was in here looking for a piece of paper. That is a stain for me to see a drawer open with foolishness hanging out. Oh no. I was in here looking for something after so and so left my house. But I woke up this morning and I was extremely happy. And I put the TV on, went in the bathroom, took care of my brushing and all that other stuff. And I came in here and this song was on. So I started dancing, doing little exercises, and then my mind went on to my visit last night. That's what I'm trying to remove myself from, because I feel other people and I feel other people's pain. That's the reason why I recorded the video with me sleeping, because my sleep was being disturbed by me feeling someone suffering. So I need what I'm asking for, and I have every right to ask for it. And then to hear you say, my home is peaceful, you could go in the craft room and go to sleep. No, you can't. This is my peace. I built this peace on my own back, my own. And you can't get mad at me and say you just want to go. No, you have no rights to come here and go to sleep. You want to know why? Because if I let you go to sleep and your wife finds out you're here, your wife thinks I am the predator. Although you and I are sleeping together in no capacity, we are absolutely no contact. I gave you a hug yesterday and I cried on your shoulder because I feel what you're going through. I am not a savage, but I don't want to be accused of something that I'm absolutely not doing. And then for you to say you love me, I don't care if you love me. I will always love you as a friend. I don't want anyone in here unless you are a friend. And I made it very clear. I am really sick of saying it. I don't want any man around me. I'm dealing with something. I've been through something. I don't want any man in my apartment unless you are blood, DNA, a nurse, a doctor, something of that capacity. I don't want you in here. I don't have any reason to have to beg for anyone to understand right now I'm dealing with something and I need to collect what I'm owed, and that's my peace. I love what I feel inside my home, but it took me a while to get this. The same way it took me. Everyone has the same ability. But to say to me, your house is so peaceful, I just went, no, go home and figure it out. This is why I say I'm not going to attach myself to someone under the same roof if I don't want this person in my home when I come home. Just say if I went to the Dollar Tree and I came home with my little craft supplies and I wanted to craft, and then I came home and see some bum on my couch with a liquor bottle. I don't want that. That's not what I want. I have every right to ask for what I want and to express myself in love and care and kindness. That's what I want to do. I don't want to be pushed in rage because it comes out differently. I am not that person. I am a Libra. A Libra likes peace, baby. Peace. But I am that person. When you untip that scale and it goes from being balanced, I turn into something that I don't want access to. I need to say it again. For me, and I'm only speaking for me, 7 o'clock at night, that's the cutoff line. I don't want anybody in my home at 7 o'clock at night. For one, I have a fainting condition linked to my sleeping condition, which means if you're in here and I drop out sleep, I need to be safe. I can't be safe just letting people in that feel like my home is somewhere that they can go for peace. No, this is my peace. This is my peace. You don't, no one, you, the next nobody has a right to use me. That's all it is in a nutshell. And now it may be hard to listen to, but it's using me. It's taking what I have for your needs. If I don't want to give it to you, don't take it from me. That's it. And to be outside in my hallway using that language and disturbing my neighbors, I don't have that type of stuff in here. And then to get mad at me and say because I live where I live and I'm a different type of person because I don't speak this way. No, let me explain something to you. I don't tolerate the N word. It's not cute to me, and it's not attractive, and it's not becoming. That's why I don't deal with anyone that I can categorize the N word. So if you want to be outside with this person and you want to be dabbing up and all that, that is everybody's prerogative. But when you come in here and that word flips out of your mouth, you just walked your ass to the door. I don't want anyone in my home that feels that that word is becoming to any conversation you may have. It does not mean I am trying to change you. You can stay your way forever, just not around me. That's it. So to say I'm trying to change you, I'm not going to change a living soul to be around me. You will have the exit door, and that's it. Absolutely. People, places, and things. Right now, I am dealing with some stuff. I have family members that are dealing with stuff, and guess what? I'm not getting involved in nothing. Nothing, absolutely nothing. You want to know why? I have learned the very beautiful lesson of life. I am alone, honey. If I drop dead, they're going to smell my body days later, and that is exactly how I want it. I have choices and I have options, and I'm going to use them. Boys and girls, I sat up in this piece last night. What? What? I was in here last night. I don't know what came over me, but I kid you not. April, I am so sorry, but you were up in here last night. I felt you last night. I don't know what's going on, but it was kindness, honey. I love my April. But last night, I got to show y'all what I did anyway. Oh, I am loving on myself. I used this Dollar Tree. Now, there's a lot of crafters that hold on to this, and this because you never know when you need it. I'm not that crafter because I don't want my home full of junk. Now, I do know what chaos looks like, but I also know what love looks like too. And love and crafting looks a hell of a lot like clutter. So I tried to make a little walking space in my room, and it helps me mentally feel like I'm not in that over consumption thing. But when it comes to my craft supplies, I'm going to learn to feel a little differently. And I'm doing a lot of removing on Facebook and a lot of entering. So I'm entering a lot of crafting groups, and I'm leaving a lot of other stuff. So I found this bag yesterday, and it was a bag from a long time ago when I had some Dollar Tree supplies. And look what I did. Isn't that beautiful? Ah! But let me tell y'all something, and I'm not gonna tell y'all my little special secrets because I'm working on something. But oh my gosh, I'm having a hot flash. Oh, freak. Oh, Lord have mercy. Open up the window, girls. Woo! More. Woo! Lord have mercy. Oh my goodness. I have like 4 sheets and a curtain at that window because I need it dark in here when I turn the lights out to go to sleep. Woo! I'm trying to be easy with this hot flash, but let me tell you what I did yesterday. I was in here yesterday, and I kid you not, this is why April was in here yesterday with me. I have a whole lot of stuff in that craft room. And there was a time when I just completely shut down. I couldn't do my craft and my paper. I couldn't do nothing. I tried to get rid of it. I put it on the markup. I just didn't want to have anything to do with it. And then a few days ago, something woke up in me, and I said, I want to make a card today. So I'm like, So then now I'm sitting here. Now this is my bookmark. Now I'm not saying that this is the best bookmark in the world. I'm nowhere near that. So if you're a savage and you try to be a savage, you can just plain old kiss my ass. That's just how it is. This is my bookmark. But yesterday I was sitting here and I had this feeling that came over me. I said, you know what? I don't like this paper. I absolutely don't like the paper. But I have nothing in me willing to just take my stuff outside and just drop it off places. So I took out, I don't want to mix it up. I took out a sheet of paper that I did not like. And this was the sheet of paper that I did not like. Now let me move this camera a little bit away from this darkness. Now I have to fix my curtain because some things look a little, and I can't deal with it. So this is a paper that I do like, but this wasn't for me. This was for someone else. I have an abundance of it, but this paper I did not like. And then I went into my craft room and I said, you know what? I have stuff just sitting here that I just want to get out of here. So I said, what better way to get it out than to make it into something and then start listing it on the computer. So this right here is one of my bookmarks. And then I like what's that called? Lamination. Now, can you see that shimmer in there? Okay, I like lamination, but your girl I don't have a laminator. I don't have the money for a laminator. So this right here, now I love this paper right here. So, but it ended up being a scrap piece of paper, and it fit into what I wanted to fit into for my bookmarks. Now, I don't know the standard size of a bookmark. I don't know. So I never looked for one, measured, none of that. I chose the measurement based on how many I was able to get off that slice of paper. So now today I plan on making bookmarks. So this right here is one order of my bookmarks, but look how I used my little pieces of scrap paper and put it there. So I'm actually working on something. I'm working on using my scraps, and I'm just gonna craft. I don't have a special direction. I don't have any of that. I'm just going to do what my heart wants to do, and that's it. And if it's craft, it's craft. Now, I listed the other bookmarks on my online store this morning before I did much of anything. I have to make sure I put them right, to put them back in my pretty little bag. So this morning I said to myself, I think I need to make myself some tags to go on my little thing. So yesterday I found a box of Ziploc bags, and this is one more that goes in here. So I just have to be very careful not to crumble up and all that other stuff. So this is my package of bookmarks. I am so happy. I love these bookmarks. So I ended up reusing a bag from the Dollar Tree. So this is one of my bookmarks. Now this is another paper that I used that I did not like. So this ended up being another order of bookmarks. And I put this, I think, on the marketplace yesterday. So this was one sheet of paper out of a book that I did not like. And then looking into my in my stuff that I no longer wanted, I found these right here. And then when I took them out to use, I had enough to use for this one order of of bookmarks. But these ones don't have the shimmer on them because when I was figuring out how to try to work that shimmer, I had already done these and I didn't want to take this flower off and ruin the paper and all the other stuff. But it doesn't matter. They're still beautiful. So that doesn't matter. What I actually wish I had was some, oh man, see? Can you see what I did? Okay, so we're going to leave that right there and make sure I get this right. I'm going to leave that right there. So I'm going to show you my other one. These ones are drying from last night, but you may be able to tell. Let me see if I can get you to see it. All of these have shimmer on them. I think you can see it. There you go. All of these have shimmer on them. Now, I don't know where I got these flowers, but I did these flowers yesterday, and I'm going to tell you, this was another piece of paper that I did not like, but I love these. I love these right here. And if you take notice, I did the flowers differently because I don't like everything that look the same. Now, this one came about with scraps, as you can see, but I love it. And this one has two sides to it. So I absolutely love this. But I kid you not, I made 10 for each order. This one has shimmer all over it. These are beautiful. So this one here has a scrap on the back. And I'm going to let them sit for a little while. That one is plain. Now, the reason why I may leave some of them shiny, whatever you call it, is because I was thinking of a sentiment to put on the back, but maybe the person who's going to buy it is going to put it on a sentiment on the back because I'm basically just going to do the first part. But if I put the shiny on it, then it turns it into a finished product. So right now I'm doing 10 bookmarks in one listing and I'm putting them on the marketplace, and it's as if it's wholesale basically for like other people who want to do crafting and stuff like that. I have got to keep on making my bookmarks. Now, yesterday I filled up this entire bin with greeting cards. So I was doing these greeting cards, and this bag here is thank you cards with a bracelet, and some have bookmarks in it. And let me explain something to you. I had the best time of my life. This one here is thank you and just because greeting cards with bracelets in it, and that's this is 18 cards in each listing, and this one here is birthday cards and one pen. 18 cards are in each bag, so these are 18 cards is in each bag. But I have been doing nothing but self-love. Now this one here has some bookmarks in it, and these are happy birthday cards and anniversary cards, but I'm listing them on the marketplace wholesale, and I have it listed for resale, so if someone uses them. Those are all printed cards. I did open up a pack of paper so I could cut up some paper and hand make some cards. My room is a mess, boys and girls, and I am so tempted to show y'all what love looks like. My room! Ooh, if somebody was up in here, they would be like, oh no, she's not living like that. Oh yeah, she is. Oh yeah, she is. Oh my goodness. But I kid you not, I am really and truly having a good time. One of the things that I'm struggling with is not having a desire to eat. So the reason why I'm thankful that I'm not having a desire to eat is because I'm not overindulgent in eating to solve a problem, and that would end up getting me somewhere I don't want to be. So yesterday I made the best fried chicken I have ever made. I don't know what happened to me, but I woke up and I said I didn't want to have anything to do with any food or whatever. So I just took a pizza out. I heated up the pizza. I think I had some cottage cheese, maybe a little yogurt. I've been living on crackers. I only have like 3 sleeves of crackers left, so I have to make it work. I got to figure it out. But you know your girl's butter is on standby. So I am having a really good time. I just feel I don't want to feel bad about what I'm dealing with right now because I feel so good. I laugh so much, and I'm the only one in here. I laugh a lot. I watch the TV when a song comes on that I like. I jump out of my chair. I start dancing for any point, any reason at all. I'll stop for a few minutes and I'll go do something in another room just to get me to walking. I jump on my machine. I do my 20 reps at any point in time throughout the day. I haven't been able to lift my weights in a few days because my shoulders are really hurting. That's not a complaint, but I'm doing everything in my power to remove myself from complaining. I can't complain about something when I have access to finding a solution. And I found a solution. I found a solution, people, places, and things. And I'm really happy because although I haven't spoken to my daughter in about 7 or 8 days, and she was part of the reason why I unplugged my phone, and she is adjusting to people, places, and things, and she's listening to her mother, boys and girls, and she is seeing some changes in her life, and God is moving and shaking in her life because she's getting some blessings, boys and girls. But one of the things I have to say, and I said it last night to someone, one of your problems is letting people know what this hand has and this hand has. And if you don't grasp that now, the people who are not for you are going to continue to take from this hand, and the people who are for you are going to be moving and shaking away. Now, you made a statement yesterday about not being here anymore. That's your business. That's your business, not mine. You always have a friend in me, but I am not going to help you do what you're doing to yourself. I am not going to enable you because that's not love. I am not going to hold your hand while you hurt yourself. You came to me a few years ago and you sat in my living room and you cried. And as a friend, I let you cry. Why? Because I cry every damn day almost. And crying to me is a blessing because it makes me feel. Sometimes I'm not crying for sadness. Sometimes I'm crying for joy and relief and blessings. But you, sir, made a choice. Your choice had a consequence. Now you are going to pay the piper. You have to change the outcome of your choice. And remember, there are times that blessings come after the storm. So you may think right now, what am I? Where am I? Who am I? And how am I? Stop, look, and listen. If you do that, you'll be somewhere. I am available today at 12 noon for a conversation with adult people. I don't want any of that hood rat language in my home. If you come in here and you feel like what you're used to is coming in here with you, it's not. I have to protect my peace. I am available 12 noon. If you cannot make it here at 12 noon, I am not available at 12:30. My time is valuable to me. Even if I wanted to sit here and just take my rolls off the table and use it, that was a joke. My time is valuable to me. It's the only thing of value that I have in my existence. I do not want anyone to mistake my kindness and just take advantage. I'm really fed up with that. It really bothers me. One of the things that I've noticed is that someone in this building that used to be so friendly towards me is no longer, because they have access to someone in this building who has never had any access to me. And it really bothers me because people, places, and things, that person is clearly a follower. But when you follow bad company, you end up sharing the outcome. So, in kindness, yesterday when I saw the person, I said hello and I said good evening, and that was it. I will no longer have any other conversation with said person because they might end up being a mouse to take back this, and this, and I don't have time for that. So, what I'm working on right now is making sure I order no packages. I will be ordering, getting my Wayfair goods, but those are delivered to my front door. I'm going to do everything in my power not to get any packages. It would allow me not to have to go to the lobby in my building where I live. That way, I will be to where I'm most happiest when it looks like I don't live here anymore. I've seen people say, I thought you moved. Yeah, I did move in my own lane by myself, minding my business. I was in a group a few days ago, and this woman was saying something, and I said, in kindness, I just wouldn't say anything. I would just mind my business. And I got so many positive comments from that one thing. But I'm going to tell you something that bothered me a few days ago. I was in here crying and crying and crying and crying, and said person that I was speaking to just now happened to come here, and I was crying and crying and crying, and it was not my issue that I was crying over. It was someone else's issue. I was able to feel, and he was like, and I could see that he was getting bothered by me crying, but it was not my issue I was crying over, but I could feel the pain. But I woke up a few days ago. Now, this crying was not that crying, but a few days ago, I woke up and I read a post on Facebook where someone found out they had HIV, and they had HIV because their husband stepped out on them. So, what I did this morning, I removed myself from that group altogether. Why? Because I don't want to read that type of stuff anymore. I've always said one thing, and it sounds horrible coming from someone who loves love, but I don't need a husband. And people don't understand that I am a living proof of what it is to put a man on a pedestal that doesn't belong there. But when you put a man on a pedestal who doesn't want to be on that pedestal, that's a whole difference. But to read that message when the person's comment was basically trying to figure out if they should tell the other people in the family. And I cried and cried and cried and cried. I could not stop crying. It was horrible because I always feel what if. That's one of the reasons why my doctor tells me a lot of people should be like me, and it is the truth. But I really and truly, I already know if I was to tick that box because someone stepped out on me, I would be doing 25 to life. There's no ifs, ands, or maybes, and I would be prideful to do that 25 to life because that's what you did to me. So sometimes people say, do unto others as you do unto me. So that's one of the reasons why I'm staying by myself, because the way my mind thinks sometimes may not be the same way someone else's think. But I stay in my house. I mind my business. I'm not in them streets. So just say I woke up one day with a life altering whatever. You don't think that my mind is going to snap and take me somewhere? You think I should be walking into 25 to life? No, I should not. But that's the law, and that's what we have to work on. So, people, places, and things, baby, I'm moving and shaking away. And that's love. That's love. It's not anger. It's not hate. It's none of that stuff. So what I'm actually going to do today is only go on Facebook when I'm making posts, and then I'm going to remove myself from Facebook, resume myself back in here. I think my meal today, I saw someone make a meal with pork, sausage, and ground beef. I don't know what, I don't remember anything else. So I said I was going to take out some pork and some beef and try to make a meal, but it is now 8 o'clock and I still have no interest in eating. So I may just have my morning cup of coffee. I definitely need that coral cup. Coral! I need that coral cup. And I'm gonna do that to myself. Boys and girls, I'm sick and tired of shifting myself in this chair. It's like I don't have access to a piece of this seat. I think I just need a bigger chair. I'm gonna have to go and see if I can find me a larger chair. But I have to say thank you. Wanna know? You wanna know why? I'm gonna let you know why. I have been getting these little party things like what's those things when you go to a party and you throw them and it's all in the air. Well, this channel is doing amazing. Amazing. The numbers are flowing, boys and girls. They're adding up. So your girl is about to get there. Boom! But I want to say, and this is for small YouTubers who are not monetized. Please don't chase money. Mm-mm. Never. YouTube is a business, but everyone doesn't have to use it for a business. You can use it for whatever you need to use it for. YouTube for me is therapy. That's it. So whether I get paid or not, I'm going to show up. But I want you to know something that I realized yesterday, and it was a blessing. Now, I need you to understand I don't know everything about YouTube, but I do know that chasing is not going to get you where you want to be. You want consistency. So look at consistency in every way you can and deal with consistency. And I have to say, someone on my channel is showing up with consistency. And one of the ways that I learned to help myself was to figure out something in my analytics. So you can get into your back office and you can make a whole lot of changes to your comments. My comments are on strict, which means there are some keywords. If those words hit a comment, I will never see the comment. I will get credit for the comment consistency, but I won't see the comment. And I am a person with very thick skin, which means you can say almost anything to me, and I'm gonna still wish you a good day. When I walk away from it, I basically forgot about it. But there was a method to some madness that ticked my box, and then I had to do a few things, and other people were affected by it. But I'm gonna let everyone know you only want consistency. If you have someone on your channel that's not there for good, it does not matter. Consistency matters. That's it. YouTube is not going to derate, devalue whatever your channel because someone doesn't like you. Consistency is what is going to pay you. So just say you have someone on your channel that doesn't like you for whatever reason. You may have done nothing to them. You might have just showed up in a blue shirt when they wanted you to wear white. We just have to let everyone fit in where they fit in. Meet these people where they meet you. But remember, YouTube is built on consistency. And I can promise you that you will be better off if you learn that. If you learn that and you adjust to that, you will be able to walk away from almost anything someone says to you because it is not you they're talking to, it is them they're talking to. The mirror is faced on them. So allow someone to be who they are as long as you have consistency. And I'm going to say something very clear and very, very, very rewarding. Even if someone says something to you that you may not think is the most positive, you always comment back. Consistency. And don't meet a person where they meet you when you're the one building something. Your foundation has to be what you want it to be. I learned a long time ago that I did not want to do much of anything unless it made me happy. And what makes me happy is crafting. That's the whole gist of it. Crafting is my heartbeat. So I'm going to be building on my crafting, not this channel, Absolutely not. I'm even surprised I even showed mine because I try not to even bring out crafting on this channel, but it is welcomed. And how I know it's welcome because Tina said so. So thank you, Tina, for that. But I want to say thank you because my numbers are adding up, boys and girls. I'm doing a very good thing for myself by not posting a lot. Like I said, I've been recording and deleting my recordings because I don't want to be where I may have thought I wanted to be for a while for whatever reason. You understand? Even with my vehicle, I'm leaning towards taking my face off my vehicle because I don't really think I want to be somewhere that I thought I might want to be. Sometimes you change, and in change comes growth and stuff. So I have learned that rest is beautiful, boys and girls. My bed, this crumbly, noisy thing, is very comfortable. Now I have full access to a bed. I don't have to pay for it. I just can't put it together anymore. And my friend, when I was here last night, he says, if you need me, you need me. But when I needed him a few times, I had to deal with excuses. And I know we all have a life. But we understand when it comes to that, I have a deadline. I have to get it put together. I have to do the review. So if you have all of these hangups and you are not available, I have to show you respect by not asking for your help anymore. And that's exactly why last night when you flipped out, I didn't say anything. I'm not asking for help from someone who's dealing with a whole lot of other stuff. It's called respect. Respect, baby. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. And that's it. I'm not going to ask for something that, no. And I actually don't want that smell in my home. So as long as you are drinking, you're no longer welcome in my home. I have to allow you to do what you love, and I have to respect your boundaries. And you don't want me to change you. I'm not going to change you. Today, I'm available at 12 noon because I already told you I am. After that, as long as you have that smoking and that drinking love affair, I no longer want you in my home. If I see you outside, we can catch a little chat outside where the air is plentiful. Anyone knows about me knows I love scent. Air means a lot to me in the air space. I don't have tolerance. One of the downfalls in my life is excuses when it comes to stuff like that. One of my biggest problems right now is a alcoholic that has an eye for me, and I can't say much because you just don't know who's watching your videos. But there is an alcoholic that has a really nice eye right now when I'm in their eye space, and I don't like it because first I wouldn't go there, and for two, that smell is a turn off. I don't understand it for the life of me how someone could wake up and go to bed next to an alcoholic. Mm-mm. You're supposed to love someone enough to give them the space they need to be who they need to be. And one of the reasons why I feel like I feel is because right now I'm feeling someone else, and I'm really gonna hope that goes away because I don't want that those people's problems. But a few days ago, a woman was anonymous. And she said she's putting her money together and she's leaving and she's taking the children. She said her husband does not uh, bring to the table, and she's not looking for monetary. She's looking for help with the children, but she said he's a drinker and she can't take this and she can't take that. And I was so proud of her. Why? Because she's leaving. She's leaving. In my comment, I told her, make sure when you're leaving, no one knows you're leaving. And make sure when you do get where you're going, no one who has access to him has access to you. If you do, you're giving up what you're going for, and that's peace. And a lot of people don't realize that. Sometimes you have to say, okay, this person is connected to me through this person, so I'm leaving them alone too. And one of the things I would really like for everyone to understand, there's no hate in that. There's no negative in that. That's only positive. And one of the reasons why I know it's positive is because I feel the same way about myself. So I wouldn't give someone advice that I honestly wouldn't take myself. And the reason how I feel that way is because there's someone right now that wants no access to me, but they have access to someone that I truly love. So since this person has no access to me by choice, absolutely choice, and I respect the whole hustle and grind. Wow, you bit something you shouldn't have bit, and you got your ass for her. So now you feel in a certain type of way. So now if someone that loves me is supposed to love me and knows that this is not whatever it's supposed to be, and you still have a connection, then you have to part ways from me. That's it. So you have to know where love begins. Love begins in release. Releasing is a blessing. You can't hold on to everything. It's called greed. It's called greed. And then on top of that, for me, I had to realize what I absolutely wanted. I had to wake up. I had to do the thing. I had to put on my big girl panties and say, okay, well, what is it that you want? You know, you can be all of these things to everybody else, but what do you want to be for you? My whole existence is built on kindness, and that's it. I don't want to make something because I'm chasing a dollar. I don't want that because that's not getting me where I need to go. I know where my dollar's coming from, boys and girls. I need time and I need patience, and I was built for it. I know exactly where my money's coming from, but I have to do this, and this to get me there. And when I get there, I don't want anyone sharing anything that I have worked hard to get that did not help me get there. You can call me whatever you want to call me. Nobody is eating from me who did not help me get where I'm going. Absolutely. I had to learn recently that I have to do what's best for me. And what's best for me is being quiet. So if something is cooking on this end, I need to shut up and keep it to myself. Something's cooking on this end and everybody see, that's okay what y'all see, but the real cookie, I need to learn to keep it to myself. And one of the reasons why I had to learn that is because I have a person that means a lot to me, and I have watched this person live a life that I would never live on purpose, but I had to realize that she has an agenda. She wants something, she needs something. And that's the only reason, because in good conscience, nobody would do. So it is what it is. I actually updated something, and I'm not going to post it, I'm not going to share it. I'm going to leave it in the hands of the universe, and whatever happens with it, happens with it. All I can say is that Beverly knows. I told Beverly yesterday I got a big mouth. I had to share it with somebody, but I kid you not, I'm thankful. Beverly got a little stern with me the other day in a message, and I was loving it, boys and girls. And then I did something with ChatGPT, and it asked a question about when someone tells you something. Do you want them to tell you on the gentle side, or do you want them to tell you like it is? And then I realized I'm a Libra. I don't mind the truth. I love the truth. I just need the delivery a certain type of way. So that is a blessing, because Beverly said something to me yesterday, I mean a couple of days ago, and thank you, Beverly. I love you. Don't think anything ill will. This is the truth here now coming from me. But the way she said it to me, it was so beautiful, because it was as if I was sitting there with her. She didn't sugarcoat it. She didn't coddle my feelings. She just said it. That's what friends do. That's what friends do. So when I do want to make something clear. If you ever hear me say I don't have friends, I mean the type of friends that sit down on Friday night and just have a girls' night. My online friends are my friends. You want to know why? Because I learned a very, very beautiful lesson. A friend that loves you would never lead you to harm, never lead you to harm. They would only want to see your best in all things. And that's why I feel that even though I don't want this channel anymore, I have to keep it because April got me to stop throwing away my crafting supplies. She said she messaged me in Facebook or whatever. I don't know who it was, but I stopped that very day when she messaged me. And it wasn't a message to say don't do this, don't do this. It was just something that she thought, and it resonated with me. And at that moment, I said, okay, I'm not going to throw out anything else. I'm just going to move it in a place that it doesn't bother me. And it shifted. And now I need it all, baby. I need it all because Mama's in here doing her thing. I'm just having a me time. That's it. I'm playing with Shay. That's it. I'm playing with Shay. But I have prayed for something and I've cried about something. And God opened up something for me. And I'm not going to share it, but I've been working on it every day. Beverly, I think, knows, and Coral knows. Everyone here will know at some point. When you figure it out on your own, you figure it out on your own. But I kid you not, something else happened to me this morning. I absolutely need Ziploc bags, the freezer bags. I need those because I realized that those hold the 16 cards, no, the 18 cards that I want inside of each of the bags. Now, I don't know where I came from with the number 18, but each envelope, each Ziploc bag. And then I woke up, I realized I did not have access to go to the store and get the Ziploc bags. Now, I'm going to say something in truth because the truth will set you free. I have a small fund in my home, but because I allowed someone to use my name, I owe money that I don't have to pay. So I'm trying to save what I have for that. Now, there was a time that I took from that and I partied and I did what I did. And if I keep doing that, that bill won't get paid. It will be a fee on top of a fee on top of a fee. I don't have access to that 560, 80, whatever the case may be, because I keep trying. But in order for me to nip the bill, I need one bill in its entirety and then another bill. But it's $11 to pay the bill. Ugh. Now, I did do the best I can. So now I woke up and I said, okay, I really need some Ziploc bags. And the last box I found, I had purchased from Dollar Tree. So then I went to Amazon and I saw that they have the Ziploc bags. I don't have Amazon Prime. So now I woke up and I got a refund of $8 and some change, which means I could go to the Dollar Tree to buy me a box of, say, 10 bags for like $1.50. I'm doing everything in my power not to walk into the Dollar Tree. I don't want to walk into the Dollar Tree. There is one thing that I do want in the Dollar Tree, and that's a bag of potato chips. But the longer I can go without walking into the Dollar Tree is the longer I can prevent potato chips from coming in my home. It's my only choice. It's my only option. So now just say if I have a visit and that visit entails a bag of potato chips, I'm not really having that many visits. So I get to control how often I have potato chips. So it is the method of madness that I'm using, and that's it. It's no different than when I was drinking. Now, when I was drinking, I'm gonna tell you no lie. When I was drinking little bottles, and most of the time I drank when I was by myself. I don't need people, places, and things, because one thing I learned in life is that if a person can sit around you every day and y'all drinking it up and y'all tossing it back and y'all laughing and all, that's not beneficial. So I had to ask myself one day, is this beneficial to me? Why? Because I don't want to be hooked up on prescription medication. I don't. I'm not one of those people that's into the medical world that's going to tell you this, this, and this, and don't do this. I'm only speaking from myself. Why would I do something today that's going to land me on prescription medicine for the rest of my life? And then I say to myself, I can't pay my light bill, but I have to go into the pharmacy to buy this. Now, I can tell you what I wish I can get away from, and that's fried chicken. I really do wish I can get away from fried chicken, but the reason why I'm not is because I have done a whole lot of curtailing in a whole lot of ways. If I want to bestow myself some kindness to nibble up on some blood, some fried chicken, that's what I'm going to do. Why? Because I love my fried chicken. I'm at the same time monitoring how my body feels, my knees, my hands, whatever the case may be. And that's what I'm going to do. But I had me some fried chicken last night. I'm going to do everything in my power not to have fried chicken for about 3 to 4 days. That's my little bit of control on how I'm going to reduce fried chicken from my diet, not to get rid of. No way in the world will I ever give up fried chicken. I love fried chicken, and plus my chicken is good chicken, boys and girls. Let me tell you something. If I was to have like 4 or 5 people just come here and say like a little $8, take some of my chicken, I would have a line at my door. My chicken is good. But one of the things I love about my fried chicken is that I make my seasoning batter differently, almost every time. I don't use the same, because I need different flavors. Yesterday I looked at my parsley and garlic in the bottle. Sorry. Lord have mercy. Ooh, that was painful. But I'm going to tell you why that pain just hit me like that. My feet are freezing. That window that's open, that air is right on my feet, and it's really painful. So I had to spray my foot with some pain spray, but I can't close the window because right now up here, my underarms feel moist, and all up here, from here up, is boiling. So, and that's why sometimes I shift my shirt because it feels like a little moist, but my lower half, oh boy, freezing. Sometimes my fingers be in here freezing when up here, that's why when I go outside sometimes, people be looking at me like I'm a weirdo when I have no hat on, but I barely feel I don't feel any air on my head. If I have my hat on, it's because my ears are cold, and that's about it. So I went to one of them little dinky stores and I purchased some earmuffs. So now I put earmuffs on and no hat, and I'm okay. But sometimes that earmuff is just only like 2 layers of fabric. I have to put my hat on to protect my ears. But so in order to prevent me having to put a hat on, I stay in the house. But it is February. It was today's date. It is February 21st, and I have an appointment with the eye doctor on Monday, and I'm trying not to be afraid. My brother just told me he went through whatever the little operation was, and I'm not sure if he said he had any pain. I know my mother went through it, and she said she didn't have any pain. She said the only time she had pain was when she actually came out and she rubbed her eye when they told her not to rub her eye. Now, I'm kind of good when it comes to don't rub your eye, I won't rub my eye. But if my eye is agitating, I'm accustomed to rubbing because my rubbing makes me think I'm helping. Like, that's why sometimes you see me rub my fingers and stuff. And then sometimes my fingers move because the pain makes me think that the movement is helping me when it's not. Clearly it's not. But anyway, I am a freaking happy woman with my YouTube channel. This channel is warming up, boys and girls. And I kid you not, there is something that I want on this channel, and it has nothing to do with monetization. That is a beautiful thing. When you can absolutely absolutely feel that you can be on YouTube without YouTube paying you. But I'm looking forward to something. But I need my 500 subscribers. And does anybody look to see how many I need? Amen. Your girl is moving on up. And I did my slow and steady time getting there. See, when you run, you chase, that's not where that gravy is. Nope. And I am looking forward. I don't know what is going on. I have maybe last month I had the big congratulations that I made the watch time hours already, but my analytics don't show the watch hours, but I am well over my required watch time hours. But YouTube is slow, boys and girls, with updating because I already got the congratulations. Maybe it was in December when I got it. So I am moving and shaking, boys and girls. I am so excited, but I kid you not, I absolutely can promise you the only YouTube videos I watched within the last 2 to 3 days, I saw Tina's video. And girls, I'm not gonna say no more. But I'm watching Hallmark right now. Hallmark is giving me something that I absolutely need. And I'm going to tell you something. I had to do a lot of research on what was contributing to some of what I was feeling. And believe it or not, I never realized it. What you watch can contribute to how you feel. So, one of the things was news and drama. And I realized that Tubi TV is not where I need to be. I need to be where I fit in, and I fit in with Hallmark. So I'm watching Hallmark on YouTube, and I'm loving it. I never even knew that YouTube would just let you have one Hallmark. Who the hell wants to pay for Hallmark when YouTube gives it to you for free? Now let me tell you what you're not gonna get. You're not gonna get updated and recent. I don't like watching old. I'm not into antiques, so that is not my stilo. But I realize I gotta meet them where they meet me. They give me for free, I'm gonna take what they give me. So I have been watching some YouTube, some Hallmark movies from like 2013, and guess what? I'm gonna keep watching them as long as they put them on my TV. So whoever is on YouTube showing them hallmarks, get ready, honey, because your check gonna be real nice, real nice. And then I saw the lady on the treadmill, the short lit hair with the glasses. She is going through some health stuff right now. I hope everything's okay. But it's hard to comment when I'm watching you on TV. Just want you to know. So what I do want you to know is that I'm watching from beginning to end. Even if I leave out the room, your video will be run from beginning to end. That's the courtesy that I actually have to bestow to others, because it is the kindness that is going to help me get to where I'm going. That's why I like when Coral do her little comments. I watched the whole thing. Now I'm going to bed. Absolutely. Coral just now told me that she received her kindness gift. I am so thankful because Tina's envelope was empty, but everybody else received their kindness envelope, and I'm so happy because that's exactly what I wanted. I'm working on something else that I want to slide into the mail, but I kid you not, there's a lady that's commenting to me. Let me go to my YouTube real quick so I can tell you who she is. Now, I want y'all all to know, I'm not one of those people that's trying to get an email list and spam people. That's not me. When I get ready to build my email list, you will definitely know. But right now, that's not my hustling grind. So if you don't want to be on my freebie list, you don't never have to be. Don't feel obligated to take a freebie from me, because I postage, my postage is not free. Post office doesn't work for free. So don't feel like you're giving me a charity by letting me give you something that you may dash in the trash. Don't do that. No, don't do that. Even if you don't want it, and you at the register, you pay for your goods, pass it to the person behind you in kindness, and walk away. That's it. You don't have to do anything else. But let me go here to let me see. I kid you not, I'm feeling like some waffles, and I don't know why because I don't want any waffles. So someone's having waffles. I don't know. Let's go to YouTube, and I don't want to leave the house, but I'm trying to think. That little small refund. If I go to the Dollar Tree and get me like 2 boxes of Ziploc bags, I tell you, oof, Lord, she's about to die on that treadmill. Ooh, that's a big treadmill. Good Lord, from the ground up. Mm. Shirley Happy Face. I would really like to send you a freebie. You are so sweet. I woke up this morning, and although I had no comments, I went to my comments just to read and feel a certain type of way. And the first comment that I saw for that day was yours. So only if you don't have a problem with a small token of kindness, you can message me your address, and I will add you to my little kindness book. I spoke to my daughter at one time, and I told her if I am no longer around and you find a kindness book, I want you to completely be sending kindness gifts. She looked at me, but guess what? This child of mine is out here giving kindness gifts to people. And I'm like, baby, you have to find a way to feed yourself. She's like, I just gave it all away. I was in his, and I'm like, she understands. She understands. And then someone messaged me on Facebook. She said, you were right. And I'm looking because I don't know her. And I'm like, and she said she was somewhere and she took greeting cards with her and she just started giving strangers greeting cards. She said, you were so right. I gave away so many cards. It makes you feel so good. When you give from your heart looking for nothing in return, that is the best thing you can do for yourself, only if you know kindness. If you don't have to. No one is telling you you have to. But when I actually see my blessings coming back to me, because even someone that I know of that is very tight, and I kid you not, if I could, I would not bestow kindness to this person because I don't know any kindness they give to anyone. But just recently they mentioned that they had given some, and when I was on the phone, did this person say give? And the way the conversation was going and the feeling and the vibes and everything, I was feeling connected to the person. I'm like, wow, you moving and shaking over there, okay? But see, sometimes you don't need to say anything. That's why Coral is always going to be a blessing because Coral taught me to listen, to listen. Absolutely. Sometimes you just need to give an ear. So I'm thankful. But because of the fact that I have cut off access to my phone, my emotions in here are better. Because when I went to YouTube and I started looking and stuff, because I was feeling a certain type of way, I said, I'm not going crazy. I know I'm not going crazy. And come to find out that there is an issue in about 20% of the universe, and I'm one of those 20% where I can feel other people and I can walk into a room and I can hear what people don't want to say. And this may sound funny, but it's the truth. I was on the phone about 8 days ago with my mother, and we were talking about something, and instantly I heard something that she did not say. And immediately I shut down completely, and I stayed on the phone for about 2 more minutes, and after that I ended the call. And that was the last call that I placed to my mother that day. And I was in the kitchen yesterday washing dishes, and a voice came over me of kindness, and a question came, and I answered the question out of my mouth as if the person was right here because I heard the question come to me. But I love my mother, and I will always love my mother. But what came that day, I really wish did not. So I absolutely have zero intentions on calling my mother again. none whatsoever. And I love my mother. One thing I made perfectly abundant within myself is to give my mother one thing, and that was unconditional love. That's it. I did not want anything to happen to my mother. And then I sit down and cry and mourn and drag out. No, I believe in one thing. When a person passes, you let them heal, you let them rest. I don't want anything in my home from anyone that has passed on. If you see a picture, that picture I had before they passed on. After they passed on, nothing comes in my home that they had, because I want them to live ever eternal peace. And that's exactly what I want. And I am in my zone right now to where so many people are going to be at peace. And another thing that I realize within myself, I will never attend another funeral. No, there will be no funeral unless it's mine that I will attend. I cannot walk in a graveyard. I went through real bad trauma, when my brother passed away. And one of the things that I cry about every single day that I have never really spoken about is the fact that my brother was murdered right behind my window. And I still hear gunshots from people right here. And I also I heard someone get shot out there. I ran to the window and I saw when they ran across the street to the door and fell down the steps and just came to the end right there. So when I say I live in trauma, I live in unhealed trauma. And the other day when my friend was here and I was crying and he's just looking, I can see when a person is tired, and people are so tired of seeing me cry. But I will never stop crying while I live here. And then someone asked the question that sometimes I wish people would stop, look, and listen. And you don't have to always have something to ask. If a person doesn't want to go into a store that's right adjacent to their home, clearly something happened that they don't want to go to the store. You know, a person will walk from here to the moon, then clearly they can walk to the corner store. But to be asked, why can't you just go to the store? When I walk to the store and I cross the street, all I remember is that's where my brother laid out bleeding. So I can't keep going to that corner store. And every time I go to the store, I see people look at me a certain type of way. I'm tired of seeing people look at me a certain type of way. There's people in this building that did not know that was my brother. And to be in the elevator and listen to people speak about my brother, not knowing that I was his sister, is detrimental to my insides. And there is a woman in this building that absolutely sat in the elevator with me and said that she saw the person who shot my brother, and that about 5 other people saw the person, and she had no idea that I was his sister. And then someone had to have told her, because after that, she barely said a word to me after that. And I was very cordial with her because I wanted her to look at my face and see what she did that I was able to not say anything from. Now, she no longer lives in the building. She moved out shortly after that. She moved out. But you don't know who knows who. I was crossing the street one day and Mr. Sexy was across the street. This guy has been sexy all his life, boys and girls. But let me tell you something. He's the type of sexy that I don't have any interest in. I'm just not one of those people that chase looks. I want you in here. I don't need you out here. I'm kind of running when you look a certain type of way here, but he has always been kind to me. And then I heard him one day when he said something to someone, and the person said, "That's so and so's sister." And he said, "Word?" Absolutely. I lived right here in the center of it all. And there's a whole lot of people that never knew that that was my brother. Absolutely not new. And it is how it is, but it is that way for one reason and one reason only. I'm not in those streets. I'm not in them streets, boys and girls. But I kid you not, it is now 8:46 a.m. and your girl is feeling really good. But mama needs a shower and mama needs a meal of some type. Even if it's not a meal, maybe a little toast with some lemon curd or some butter, something of nourishment. But I would really like to eat protein if I could eat anything at all. So maybe I'll just nibble on some eggs or something like that. So thank you so much for liking, commenting, sharing. Thumbs up and thumbs down is always welcome. But let me tell y'all something. When there is an adjustment that you can make, that you will only see thumbs up. If it's still there, look for it. You will never see a thumbs down, and it will make you feel a certain type of way, because let me explain something to you. Thumbs down does not mean what you think it means. Thumbs down is consistency. But what I was learning is that YouTube is working on something where if a person thumbs down your video, after a while they won't be able to see your videos. So when I say the block feature is a blessing, thumbs down is a blessing, no contact is a blessing, all of them are blessings. Never take a block, a thumbs down, no contact in any way, shape, or form other than kindness. Because, like for me, when someone says, and you don't, I'm removing myself. That's it. I don't need anyone to remove me. I'm removing myself in kindness. Now, I tell you no lie, I feel like I need to call my daughter. But my daughter does know that even though I'm having no contact, my doorbell, she knows how to knock on my door. She knows how to get her mother to open up the door. So I'm like, all right now, cop. All right now, cop. And she just stand, and after a while, I just have to zone that out too, because guess what? It is what it is. So I made it point blank, period, clear. I'm in my destashing zone. I'm destashing from people, places, and things. Thank you so much for watching, liking, commenting, subscribing, and please share kindness with yourself, even if it's with no one else.